going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to go over why I think that you should give Flash Cutter a shot, or more specifically, because I know that Flash Cutter is really a widely used skill, I think that you should use Flash Cutter in its entirety. Right. So before we go over that, again, I like to do unscripted content, as I always say, so if it gets a little long-winded, I will post the chapters down below as well. So with that being said, let's get into Flash Cutter. And later on, I will have a fight with Reese. So it'd be nice to demonstrate Flash Cutter and its usage. So for the first tier of Flash Cutter, it's rush toward an enemy and deliver a swift strike. Cool. Nullify incoming damage and activate a counter strike when attacked during the initial activation. So as you can see here in the little video on the screen, as soon as you activate Flash Cutter, it will give you a counter attack, right? The skill can be charged as well, which brings me to the second tier. So its second type of damage nullification is when you launch the attack into the enemy's attack. So as you can see on the little image, the little video on the screen, the swordsman, right when he brings his sword down, Khazan lets go and launches forward into the attack, and it gives a different type of nullify, or he nullifies damage in a different way and acts as kind of like a parry, almost like a reflection, and it breaks the enemy stance. The last part of Flash Cutter, when fully upgraded, is you get a follow-up strike after Flash Cutter when striking an exhausted enemy. So if you use Flash Cutter, charged or not, you pierce through the enemy, and then it gives a follow-up attack after, which also stuns the enemy briefly, which also gives you an opening to start attacking after. So one quick thing to note on this is when you use it to finish as a finisher for an exhausted enemy, it also acts as a brutal attack. So any brutal attack buffs or damage bonuses that you have will apply to this. So if you get health on brutal attack, if you get spirit, whatever the case, it does apply here. That's really it with Flash Cutter, but one quick thing that I would note is because this is a very widely used skill, it's very good. I would just advise to use it as, don't rely on it too much. And the reason I say that is because, if you want to use it as a crutch just to get over, a few attacks that you haven't learned yet, by all means, because again, it's just like a get out of jail free card, right? As soon as you activate it, you can nullify that damage and you're good to go. But again, you don't want to create a bad habit by just any time you don't know something in the game, you just use Flash Cutter and you're good. You're not really going to learn as much that way, right? You're not going to learn the boss or the boss's moveset or an enemy's moveset, an elite enemy, whatever it is. So that would just be my advice, right? Use it as a crutch if you need just a little bit of help to learn a fight, like maybe a second phase. But then always come back, and you can actually do the second tier, right? And you can actually parry the attack, or, or come back and just learn whatever moveset you're trying to kind of just parry anyway, right? So other than that, that's all I really have to say about Flash Cutter. So please enjoy the Reese Fight, and I'll see you guys next video.